Welcome to the tutorial on adding XR programs in Hecoos XR. In this video, we will guide you through the process of adding XR programs and configuring rendering servers for your virtual production setup. Before we begin, ensure that the Hecoos XR server software in the rendering server is opened and check if the local host IP is correct here. Also, make sure your Unreal Engine project has configured properly with the Hecoos XR Stream plugin enabled and the camera correctly set up. Now back to the Hecoos Pro software. To add an XR program, simply move the mouse cursor to the timeline window, right-click, and select the Add XR Program option. This will create an XR program on the timeline, and double-click on it to open the settings window for that XR program. Now, let's add rendering media. Click on the Render Media Settings Add button to open the XR Server Settings window. Here, you can add XR rendering servers, configure scene rendering resolutions, select foreground and background, and set rendering types. Next, click on the Render Machine List Add button to open the Add XR Render Machine window. Here, you can bind render machines by entering their IP addresses. If you need to bind multiple render machines, simply click the Add button multiple times to add them. Cluster rendering involves using multiple rendering servers to render the same scene simultaneously, allowing for rendering more complex and larger scenes. You can configure cluster rendering by selecting the desired configuration in the settings. After adding the bound rendering server, check the rendering server status and rendering type for this XR program in the XR Program Settings window. Normal operation will not result in any color changes, while red indicates an error in the running status. Now, let's load the UE scene. There are two methods for loading UE scenes. First, using the composition server in the Hecoos software's XR Program Settings window, which you can just press Not Loaded and wait for it to run a new window output in your rendering server, or running directly in the UE editor mode, but it only supports the use of inner frustum background. The color grading optimization option allows adjustment of color transitions in the scene visuals due to compression, addressing any unnatural color issues. You can adjust the color grading of the loaded UE visuals within the range of 0 to 20. Synchronization allows for the synchronization of foreground, background, and outer frustum of UE projects across single or multiple rendering machines. If you have multiple machines, you can add them to a synchronization group to sync them. Lastly, add scene offset in the Hecoos XR program settings to change the position of the UE virtual camera using offset data. Observe the effects of this adjustment in real time through the LED screen scene visuals. With that concludes our tutorial on adding XR programs in Hecoos XR. We hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.